Giant Tiger is committed to making a tangible difference in the diverse communities that we call home by partnering with hundreds of charities and associations across Canada. We are committed to fostering progress and empowering young women, and that is why we've partnered with the Canadian Women's Foundation. We have been working closely with the Canadian Women's Foundation since 2017, specifically supporting the Girls Fund. The Girls Fund is a great match for Giant Tiger because this fund is focused on empowering young girls, building their confidence, and developing lasting leadership skills. This is extremely important to us. We want to see women succeed in our stores, our support offices, and in the many communities that we call home. Giant Tiger is a proud partner of the Canadian Women's Foundation, and we support the movement for gender equality in Canada. Thank you for the incredible work that you do in achieving systemic change. We've got your back.
At Shoppers Drug Mart, we're committed to putting women's health first. And we're working hard to step up our action in this space by growing and targeting our community investment across a range of issues that affect women. And we're so proud to work with the Canadian Women's Foundation and the Got Your Back campaign through our Love You by Shoppers Drug Mart program. Because we fundamentally believe that when women do better, communities do better. And that starts with providing supports for girls and young women. And we know that so many women, in particular girls and youth, have felt alone in their struggles with mental health, healthy relationships, and confidence. So by investing in programs like Girls Fund and Teen Healthy Relationships, we know we're helping to make a meaningful and important support system that provides positive, safe, and inclusive spaces for girls and youth. And we're really proud to be part of that change.
So my name is Diane Dezomo, right? And I go by the pronoun of she, her, and elle. I work for Mama Wichita. I am the PASS coordinator, which stands for Positive Adolescent Sexuality Support Coordinator. And I work with youths in the community regarding healthy relationships and teen pregnancies, pregnancy prevention, STDs, and then it's all done through workshops that I do with our youths between the age of, I'm going to say about 8 to 18.
I imagine that a lot of young people are telling you things about what they're experiencing right now. Tell us a sense. What are they going through? What's happening in the community, particularly in this context of a pandemic?
At the moment, what I'm hearing with the youths that I'm working with is a bit of frustration because of the lack of support that they're getting because they have been, I'm going to call it homeschool for off and on for the last year and a half. And because many of my youths are in high school, they had no opportunity to go in class at all. So just having that lack of connection with the schools and friends and additional support that they would have gotten while in school. Some of our younger youths that we mentor, some of them had the opportunity to be in school, but not all the time, depending on the parents' situation. So what I hear a lot is the big lack of support and consistency and the lack of communication or opportunity to connect with other youths and build those relationships and so on. So a lot of them were feeling isolated and not listened to because they had none of this support that they were so accustomed to having while they were in school and so on.
So many people are telling us about the loss of community connection. Young people feeling like they're not part of something, that belonging is a problem. Tell us a bit about that. What are young people telling you when it comes to this in this isolated context?
A lot of them, because my organization is family-oriented and Indigenous-based, so a lot of the youths are missing the ceremonies and they're missing the connection with their elders, with their friends, with their powwow dancers. They feel like very isolated and disconnected because we haven't been able to take our youths from the past program to any sweats, any ceremonies, um, any things that and opportunities that without having a pandemic we would be doing and creating these links back to the culture and back to our teachings.
Tell us a bit about how the PASS program has been important in this pandemic context to be able to at least support young people in some ways when all this other stuff has been missing.
Funny is that I got hired about 2 weeks before the pandemic hit. And so everything got frozen right off the bat. And so it wasn't until after the summer that the PASS program went online, and we started doing everything via Zoom. So I would come in people's home via Zoom, and all the material were delivered to their homes prior to the Zoom meetings. So if we were doing like some of the things that we did a lot of cultural things. We did drumming. They got the opportunity to build their own drums. They build their own rattles. They did beading. Smudge bowls were purchased, and medicine were brought to them. All the material for the healthy relationship was all brought to them. And so we would have set time every week where we connect online and do our presentation and have discussions and have the opportunity to work together in a context where, even though we weren't able to see each other personally one-on-one, we build those relationships through our Zoom meetings and games and activities and so on. For whatever reason, a youth wouldn't be able to come on, I would get a text, because all my youths have my phone number, like my work number. But they would text me and say, like, I can't come today, but I have the material. Can you meet me at another time and teach me what we were going to learn? So that need and that want to have that connection was so strong. That we ended up doing it like multiple nights a week, just to be able to have that connection and have that availability to our youths that are out there and craving that teaching and that learning and that connection.
The fact that they were reaching out to you proactively, texting you and wanting to follow up with you, that tells me a lot about your impact in their lives and how there's a family dynamic. It's like more than community, it's deeper than that. That's so beautiful. Tell me a little bit about girls and non-binary youth. What has been going on for them? You know, we really look at it from a gender lens, and I'm concerned about their particular experience right now.
I feel that because of the pandemic and the isolation and the lack of contact, a lot of our girls are, I believe, growing up too fast and mimicking, because they have so much like electronic time and so on, mimicking what they're actually seeing. And because they have the lack of connection with community and people to support them, I find that they're going on a path that is not as healthy as at what they should be.
Social media and devices are not a safe space necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
So you need real life spaces, you need real life people, and you need good peer community relationships. I get the sense that that's what PASS is really golden at. More than just the information alone that you teach them. Tell us a little bit about that kind of safe space that you create.
The space that we have or that we hold, it's always like a space where we smudge and we say, like, this is a space where you are you, and it's okay to be you. It's okay to share. It's okay to have your own beliefs, your values, and not. It's a space where it's non-judgmental, and a lot of our workshop, as we talk in regards to the material, and like you say, like I often bring other people in that have gone onto the same journey, or has has lived life experience on that journey that they're on that moment, and including all the connections that we make outside of the past program. Mama Wichita has multiple programs, and having that family dynamic with our other programs. And if I know that a youth that is needing additional support, making those contacts and ensuring that while making these contacts, my young adults, my youths are supported through it. So if it means that attending a program with a youth that has an appointment in regards to I'm going to say transitioning, being that person that supports them and allowing the program to mentor and support and walk with them side by side on that journey, and having the support from within the past program, but also externally, because we make so much contact with like Rainbow and the Rainbow community and Equal and so many other organizations that support the LGBTQ, non-binary or gender identity. So it's just important to have that first relationship with our youths and that support, and from there to build upon that and walk that journey, like past walks within the youth's journey with them. It's not like I taught you a workshop, now you're on your way. It doesn't work that way with the past program. We support even after the workshops are done. Like I said, the youths have my phone number and they still text, and those connections are built, and they're lasting connections.